How's the knee feeling?
Oh, the knee's feeling good. It's operational, so it's working. But yeah, it feels as good as it can.
What was it about WVU that captured your interest of all places you chose here?
Well, one, Big 12 country, so I get to go back home from Texas, so that's great. I knew Coach Nichols for a little while already, when he was at Kansas, so that's definitely comfortable. And I knew Coach Carey was a really good coach, and I knew that he would get me to where I wanted to be, so I'll go with my choice.
She's a few years older than you. Did you know Sarah Miles at all?
I did, yes. She actually played for the same club team that I did.
Right.
We had a few alumni games for it, so I got to know her quite well.
Did you talk to her about coming here?
I did, actually. I was texting her. I was like, how's Coach Carey? How are things here? And she absolutely loves it. I think she's coming back next year, maybe for a grad assistant, I think. But she really loved it. She said really good things, good positive things, and it's reassuring.
How about Anja?
Anja.
Anja, have you known of her? I know you're older.
Actually, yeah. When she was, I think in 8th grade, she first joined Team Express, which is the club team that we played for. And so I knew her basically since then. But I haven't really talked to her much since I went off, but I kind of kept up with them all.
What do you remember about her when you first, as a player, first time, did she catch your eye? Or?
She was very athletic. I mean, obviously, compared to a lot of 8th graders, she was definitely very athletic. But she always hustled and played really hard, and she still does that to this day, so something really hasn't changed about that.
Were you aware that she had committed here when you made your decision?
I was, yes. Let's see, I got the news from, her parents, and she texted me as well and told me that she was coming here. And let's see, my old AAU coach as well. So I kind of knew who was all coming in.
Did you talk to her at all? You were trying to make a decision?
Afterwards, after I committed, I did. Obviously, I didn't want to break any rules if there were, but I did talk to her afterwards, and I was, just keeping in casual conversations, trying to feel her out, get to know her again.
What was the biggest thing Coach Carey was harping on from the exhibition game? So was there one main point that you thought just wasn't where it needed to be?
A lot of things. So definitely offensive rebounding, which we're definitely all working on. Turnovers, especially unforced turnovers. We got to cut down on those. Rebounding in general, and I guess more communication, both offensively and defensively. One, we got to know, if we're in a zone or a man, or if we're pressing or if we're not. We got to do a better job of that and calling out screens earlier and louder. So those are kind of the points of this week.
Yes, that was basically your first game since probably, March of 2014?
Oh, God, yes.
Maybe in Colorado. Just getting back out there, what was that like?
Well, it was definitely very different, one, because it was a different program, but, and then the new rules, the 10-minute quarters. But it was, I wouldn't say I was nervous, it was more kind of anxious. Just trying to get my bearings, not do too much, not do too little. But I wasn't too comfortable, but I was. It's more so for myself. I just gotta, trust in my knee, trust in my health, just a little bit more.
Once you got out there, did you just forget about the knee? You're out there playing?
For the most part. In some parts, I'm just like, oh God, I'm not as quick as I used to be, but I gotta figure out ways to maneuver around that. But I'm up for the challenge.
What about your brother growing up in Oklahoma City? You get to watch much of him play?
Yes, I have. It's exciting watching them play, but they dropped 2 losses. It's kind of irritating because they should be winning them all. But they're a very exciting team, and I love watching him per se, especially Kevin Durant as well. But they're going to do some good things this year, and I hope that they win, so I can be a part of it.
How close are you to Andre? You talk every other night, something like that, or?
We all talk every night because we're in a family group checks, but me and him, it'll be a few times a week. I don't want to. One, he's very busy, and 2, we just kind of have our family conversations anyways.
What was that like growing up with him? Is there still some key points he gives you advice on every now and then?
Yes, not to be too hard on myself, because I do like to demand a lot for myself, and especially coming back. He told me, it's just the beginning. don't beat yourself up and just work your way in. It'll all fall into place. Just kind of those kind of things, and always trying to keep me positive. I am a pretty positive person in general, but sometimes I keep myself up, and he'll try to bring me back up.